Hello, friends, and happy Valentine's Day. Love. Love. I hope you're doing well. A lot of changes over on my side. Been humbled to my knees this past 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. But I made it out. Made it out. So I hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I just wanted to make a quick little video about discernment. Discernment on the spiritual path. So that is a huge tool that we can use on our path, guys, because we are bombarded every day by teachings, by guides, by do this, no, this is the right way, no, that's the right way. Well, my friends, it's all our perception and what feels right to us in every now. So what felt right yesterday may not feel right today, and that's okay. For the human ego, we want to cling, we want to put things in a box, and we really just want that sense of normalcy, that sense of no change. Everything's predictable. I know what's going to come next. I'm looking at the birds over there. They're so pretty. Sorry. We really want everything to be in a box, and we want to be able to know, okay, this is what's going to come next. This is what's going to happen tomorrow. There's a sense of normalcy. And so what I have seen, and through my own experience on my path here, is this huge battle between the light and the dark. And all that does is feed fear. And you're going to notice fear releases certain hormones in your body, and you become addicted to these emotions. It's like a drug. Negative emotions are highly addictive. You can look into Dr. Joe Dispenza. He is brilliant in the sense of neuroscience, neuroplasticity, and rewiring the brain, and how negative thinking, fear, all these denser negative emotions, if you will, have a very addictive quality to it. There's just something that you just want to keep engaging with it. And so I see very frequently in the light worker community, ascension path, way showers, even there's us against them. It's the light versus the dark. And that's just duality. That's just feeding fear. That's just feeding separation. And if you can really feel into that, there's no war. We're not fighting anything. We're here to anchor love. Love doesn't fight. Love abides and anchors, and it radiates out. Love doesn't need to change anything. Love just radiates out and comes into the presence, and it's just changed. Love is that powerful. It's this aroma, this vibration, this sense that is just, when you come into contact with it, you feel that truth. And that's why I'm saying, whenever you are following a teacher, a guide, a certain healing modality, whatever it may be, feel into your body. Your body is highly intelligent. It is a compass. It is your guidance system. If we are ignoring the body, then we're kind of just like hanging out there on the edge, you guys. And I know that a lot of teachings don't want to be in relation to the human body. They don't want to be in relation to the ego. That's very old school, old paradigm teaching. With the return of the divine feminine, we are including the body, including the ego. We're just retraining the ego for divine will and tuning it to love. So if you find yourself in these traps where you're following a teacher, it doesn't really feel good in your body, but for some reason you keep following them, investigate that. Because this has happened to myself as well. It's just like, I'm following you because it's like a pack mentality. The tribe, if you will. You hear of the light tribe, you hear of the tribe, or these different communities, these different spiritual communities. And as a human being, it's very natural for us to want to feel included into a community, into a tribe, because we don't want to be alone. We don't want to be alone. And the spiritual path, the further you go on the spiritual path, the more and more you will be asked to be alone, to be into that loneliness, if you will. Feel into that, which there really is no loneliness. That's just something we have to overcome, right, and integrate within us. But if we're constantly just doing things and just following the crowd, even you might have left the third dimension, right? But you're just now in you're a spiritual sheep, if you will. And I don't like using that word, I really don't. But you're just following the flock instead of doing your own thing, even though your guidance system, your body's saying, hey, something doesn't feel right here. I don't feel safe here. Something's off. But your mind will say, oh no, it's all good. They're following them. It's okay. They have like 12,000 followers on YouTube. They got to have some credit, right? No, beloveds, your heart center, your truth is your truth, and you know it. Whenever truth comes to me and we're in resonance, my whole body lights up with goosebumps. And I feel that oneness. I feel that unity, love, connection with that other being, even if it's through the internet, through a post, whatever, a YouTube video. So this is just, I just see it so much, and I just wanted to bring this up. Discernment. Just because everyone else is being affected by certain energies doesn't mean you have to be. I feel like sometimes we'll read these posts like, this is happening with the ascension, or this is, that this may happen to you. Then we automatically start thinking into our mind, oh, yep, I need to feel this way, or that's what's happening to my body. And you create it in a way, And so check out, get away from the group if you need to, unplug and really honor your truth, even if that seems like totally wacky, crazy, and you look like a lunatic. You got to follow your truth, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. We're all walking each other home, but we're each on our own individual journey, and we each have to overcome the obstacles and the adversity to become whole. Okay, so we might all have the same interests, we all might resonate, but at the end of the day, we are doing this on our own. Okay, we can have support and guidance, but at the end of the day, it's here. It's our own knowing, it's our own trust. And if we can't come home and sit in our own heart space, then what are we doing? Just notice if you are subtly giving your power away to a way shower, to a teacher, to a guide. And you'll know in your heart of hearts if it's right for you. If it feels right, if it feels good, then you're on the right path. If there's some discordant energies going on within when you're practicing these modalities or teachings or what have you, then just investigate. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying investigate. Question everything, even your own wisdom, your own thoughts, your own mind. Question everything. Because you want to align with your highest truth. For me, it's love. I want to align with love. I want to be love. I'm not here for anything else than love. To spread love, to be love. And I want nothing else than for you to be radiating love and being engulfed in that vibration. So, my dear friends, I think I'll leave it at that. Just discernment. It's okay to break away from a community or a belief system that you had for a long time. As you awaken, as you continue, awakening is not just I woke up and I'm here. There's layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. Truth and truth and truth and truth. And that's what the ego gets trapped in. The ego gets comfortable in one paradigm, in one belief system, in one truth. And then when that reality starts to crumble, oh no, the floor is falling out from behind me. What do I do? Right? And you're just becoming closer and closer to your true authentic self. And it's humbling, because this happened to me the past 2 weeks. It's very humbling. It's very humbling. Very humbling. So, my friends, all is well. Everything is true depending on what paradigm you're in. All is one, all is God, okay? The light and the dark is just to keep you separated. It's to keep you in duality, in polarization, saying I'm right, you're wrong, there's spiritual competition, all that kind of stuff. Rise above that, okay? God is here. If all is one, what are we afraid of? Why are our shields up? If all is source energy, you're part of source energy, why are we freaking out? Why are we holding shields? Why do we have these little psychic shields and love and light spray or whatever, like mace love and light spray? Like, why? Ask yourself this. Contemplate on this. If all is one and all is God, who are you fighting but yourself? Because remember, my friends, we've all played on the light side, we've all played on the dark side when it comes to the play of form, the play of duality. We've played in both realms. So when you're doing these integrations, when you're doing these shadow works, it's just you're bringing home just aspects of yourself. If you're confronted with an ookie spooky, it's just an aspect of your consciousness. When you declare that you are the light, when you declare that you are love, when you declare that you are source, those ookie spookies, they're just gonna, they're not even gonna show in your presence. They're gonna morph right in or scurry away. But nonetheless, it's you. We're playing a huge game of hide and seek, guys, with ourselves. And when you get, when you can look at it from that angle and that point of view, it's just like, it's kind of a cosmic joke, if you will. But that does not mean that we don't love and we don't honor. Because it's still a game, it's still a play, it's still a movie, and we still have our roles that we're going to play. But the point is to awake fully, come fully back to the body and the mind, transform it into divinity, pure divine will, and then we transform our play into pure love, ecstasy, bliss, and unity consciousness. Now that's the game I want to play in. I'm not going to play in this light versus dark stuff. I'm not going to play he says this, he says that. No. Integrity. Follow your heart. Follow your truth. And above else, love the holy shit out of yourself. Love yourself relentlessly through these ups and downs, through these paradigm changes, through the expansion and contraction. Love yourself. If you did anything with your day, if all you did was look in the mirror and said, good God, you're gorgeous and I love you, you just added to more love to this world. Go you. So we really don't need all these healing modalities. We don't need to be doing rituals. We don't need to be doing ceremonials. We don't need to be sitting in lotus for 13 hours a day meditating. We don't need to be saging the shit out of our houses and our bodies every freaking 30 minutes. We don't need to be, self-love will do all the work for you. Love will do everything for you. But you got to start here. You have to start here. This is your training, and then we show our work externally. This is your training, then we go out here. If you can love, accept, honor everything that's going on in your own inner universe, then you can support, love, and honor everything that's going on in your external universe. Right? You see how this works? We go in, and then we go out. We align in, and then it aligns out. Okay? So, I'll leave it at that. Embrace the change, guys. I'm changing a lot. As you can see, my YouTube has changed. My Instagram has changed. By the way, if you're on my YouTube and on my Instagram, check out The Heart of Creation on Instagram. A lot of paradigms have shifted from underneath me. People I once followed 4 days ago no longer resonate. And that's okay. I nurtured and loved my inner child for the loss and the mourning that it is. Your ego, they say ego death. It's really your ego's being integrated. And so think about it. That portion of yourself is just afraid. It's just so afraid to let go of what it once knew. And think of it like a child who's moving away from their home and their friends, and they knew them for forever, or however old they are, and then they move away. Their world just changed. They're sad, they're scared, they don't know what's to come next. So you, as the soul and the body, as the wise consciousness, you parent your ego. You parent it with love, and you're retraining your ego to love and divine will, and letting it know that everything's okay, that everything is in divine perfect order, and all is well. That's what I'm here to anchor, and I invite you that as well. All is well, all is God, all is okay, and all is love, and everything else is just our experience here. Everything else is an experience to show us what we are not, to bring us back to what we really are, which is love. So, I know I said like 5 minutes ago, like this is the end. This is really the end. So thank you so much for taking the time to stop by and watch this. I am very grateful for your presence here. And I bless you on this beautiful Valentine's Day, which every day is Valentine's Day though. So I love you and namaste.